Good afternoon, everybody. Um, First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ivan Rojas. I work for Nelogica, Brazilian tech provider. We've been around for 20 years and mostly on the future side. We're now trying to switch into FX, CFDs, and props. And gentlemen, welcome to the panel. And please tell us a bit about yourselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Ron Strauss and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Leverate. Leverate provides turnkey solutions and trading platforms to CFD brokers, prop firms, crypto exchanges, and financial institutions worldwide. And we do it since 2008.
Hi, I'm Manuel Bugatti, regional market educational analysis analyst in Ultima Markets, and we provide some education, some information for the clients, and to try to help to invest in improve his trading.
Hi, I'm Ed. I work for Pelican. We provide copy trade solutions for the world's biggest brokers, regulated here by the FCA and by SISEC and Mauritius, and hopefully many more. We integrate with MT4, MT5, C-Trader, Match Trade, etc., etc. Hopefully, Leverage in the future. If this panel goes well, we'll see. But yeah, so we're copy trade solution.
Okay, perfect. So 2026 is 30 days away from here. So pretty much the obvious is a speed and transparency on traded platforms. So from your point of view, what are traders expecting for 2026 on technology for platforms?
I'll touch 2 points. One is definitely simplicity. By the way, it comes with uh, fairness and transparency. But for example, when I'm trading cryptos, I find myself most of the time switching to Pro. So the default is a simple mode, and we see it on many different angles. And the other point is the financial super apps and the multi-asset platforms that we see more and more, where brokers are adding more products, and other providers are coming also into the CFD sector.
Now, for me, the trend is AI to insert in all platform, all investment, and all instrument that can help the clients to understand the market. And also because now with this volatility and also with these strange politics, people like I don't know, Trump or many politics people, is difficult and is changed the market. And they want simplify, and it can be with AI. And the biggest problem for me is that probably we are not ready to use the AI like the customer want, because the customer want, okay, open the platform, launch the AI and use directly, and they can also work to understand the AI in certain perfect way in the platform.
For you, Ed?
Yeah, sure. I think I agree with the simplicity point. I think there's a lot of complexity. There's things like AI as well. There's crypto. There's potentially things that can be a bit overwhelming for people when they come to any platform, alongside all the tools that are there. And so I think simplicity and probably customer support as well, a trustworthy person you can actually speak to, or some content within the platform that helps to educate or give examples, or something that can help a retail client really get to grips with what they're looking at, because they might have come in completely blind but excited to do something and make money. So yeah, great.
Actually, I didn't mention this question ahead of the panel, but on the panel before, the status of the prop trading companies, they did mention the simplicity. I mean, about like mobile trading and like also how many of the new clients were very young. So the question here, or like if anyone wants to add to this, is how do we keep it simple and adding AI? Because the trend is to make it sophisticated, like elegant, professional looking, but at the end, that's what the developer of the platform wants to do, like a very sophisticated product. But at the end, the end user is very basic, very new. How do we keep that simplicity? What would you recommend especially maybe Manuel, like from the retail side. What would you say about that?
Well, I mean, normally the simplicity are not the young people that want simplicity, but are the old people that want simplicity, because the young people are smart. They can understand rapidly how they can use new tools, new skills. So the simplicity is more for the old people. But yes, the problem also for the personalization for all tools is not insert new tools, but insert tools with without increase the complexity, and also to leave to make decision to the clients. This is the problem. The good things can be probably create a different platform for the professional trader and for the new entry level traders, because the entry level traders wants really simplify, but professional trader want also all instrument that one choose what he want.
Okay, Ed, from the social trading and copy trading side, what do you think about this?
Well, I think it's interesting, isn't it? Because if we believe what we're told about young people, then Gen Z, and then they care about different things to us or the older generations. They care about positive social change, or the whole woke generation. So perhaps if you're tailoring a product, or you're looking at what you offer, there has to be something there that gives them some reassurance that they're not doing something that has a negative impact, that potentially there's something there available that they can trade in, or that they can invest in, or that there's something on the side where some good comes of it, like some carbon trading element or carbon offset or something like that, that means that our industry is seen as a positive, clean environment for them, not a sort of money grabbing. So I wonder if that's part of the thing with young people.
And for you?
I'll add to that when I think of simplicity, first of all, I think about mobile. And if 10 years ago a trading platform was on a desktop, and 80% was the chart, then when it comes to mobile, that's not the case. And that, at least for us, where we see that 70 or 80% of traders and everything is coming through mobile, then it must be simple.
Absolutely. Like I remember, I saw you talking to Juniv. He was my first boss long time ago. But I remember pretty much our technique back in the day at FXCM was get the demo, help them download the platform, and make them place a trade, which is still the case nowadays. Fun enough, and on the mobile platform, it's fantastic. You just probably the main issue is having the client on the call, and like trying to help them download at the same time, especially with older people. It's a challenge, but I think probably whoever gets to be more dynamic about like listening to clients is going to win this game. And that takes me to the next question, like will personalization become a must, and how will platforms adapt to trader behavior? Who wants to start with this one?
I can start. Yes, is very similar of the, the
Yeah.
last question. Yes, can personalization have to be not much more, or I mean, useful to improve his master skill, to understood analysis, and but not too much complicated, because it can be a problem if
A nightmare for the brokers, like having a platform per client.
yes, also because we cannot spend all day to explain what you
Probably like a survey, like are you Gen C, Gen X, or
yes, you have to divide them.
okay?
It's a good question.
I agree. I mean, if you look at it at its ultimate tech endpoint, it's everybody with an individual personified screen and offering. And I think that might be possible, but you have to think about risk potentially here. Like, what you're limiting their options, and you're taking them down a road. So therefore, potentially, giving them advice, or not allowing them to have full autonomy over their choices. In our platform, we actually have one personalization aspect, which is based on their risk appetite. So you will not see strategies. There's 2,500 strategies on the platform that most traders can see straight away, but they will complete a risk assessment, and some of that content will be filtered out based on their risk appetite. So that's hopefully helpful to them and doesn't expose them or limit their options in the future.
Nice. And for you, Ron?
Each one of us here has a different angle to the market, and personalization does not necessarily mean that it's for the trader. It can be also for the broker, and basically when you sell the same product to so many brokers, the customization, personalization, branding becomes something that is it's a key factor. It's basically how do you differentiate yourself in front of others. I can say that from our side, we try to give whatever possible and whatever we can to the broker. It's not just setting your own logo and colors. It's also changing texts and the offering for the client, speaking his own currency with different pricing for different geos, and obviously for the trader itself, it's also the Ed, like you said, okay, how do we bring the relevant content to the relevant trader?
Okay. Since you mentioned the brokers, Ron, let's jump a bit to the broker needs. And compliance and cost pressures are real for the brokers. There's undeniable. Funny enough, like usually the tech budgets are 10 times smaller than the marketing budgets, but it's a fixed cost for the brokers, and they see it. From that perspective, what tech or partnerships will brokers need to stay competitive in this matter? What would you do? You want to start with this or?
I'll just start by saying that we all see a shift, and the shift is from relying on call centers towards self conversion and automated funnels. And this is coming from both sides, like you said. It's coming from regulatory pressure, obviously, but at the same time from rising costs, mainly around media and HR. And at least from our side, this is the change that we see, and then followed by the demand that is coming from the brokers, and obviously we are always a key part in this process.
Okay. For you, Manuel?
Yes, it's super important to cut the cost because compliance, KYC, ML is a lot of people that work in this part of the broker, but also can be useful the technology, the AI in this case, also to monitor the traders, to monitor when you have the partners that are not good for the broker, many things. Not only also for the trading activity, because it's also a key point of the broker, not only for the AML and other things. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the word need is important. It shouldn't just be about what you think might be useful or what one particular IB tells you is a tool that you need or a tech integration that you must have, because you can end up with loads that cost a lot of money and are the wrong tool in the first place. And I think also the important thing is, as you said, tech budgets are small, and not every broker has lots of devs that can integrate a tool, monitor it, complete, have oversight of it, and continue to make it work with their systems. So I think it's about choosing wisely who you integrate with and making sure that's something you definitely need before taking that step, because you think, oh, AI, I should do something, or I should do that, I should have that because our other competitors do. Well, maybe they're not really using it. They're just talking about it a lot. So choose wisely and do it because you need it.
Okay. I was just thinking, you mentioned AI, Manuel mentioned AI, but one thing that I've seen quite a lot is still beating AI is what I call social trading, that is different from copy trading. I've seen, and actually in the previous panel, they mentioned too on the prop trading side to check the 5 main channels from the prop trading companies on Discord. and the amount of communication and interaction that happens over there. And funny enough, last week I was catching up with some high school friends, and like one guy that has nothing to do with trading in his life decided to open a trading account and start showing me his Telegram group, a Discord group, and each group have more than 2,500 people participating like crazy. Like Sunday night, like 9 p.m., they were like chatting nonstop. So that being said, do you think brokers will eventually integrate ecosystems like trading education, like education, social, or stick to execution? I think probably it's not on your best interest, except Manuel, to that happen. But what do you think about that? Do you want to start, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting what you said there with the social trading and copy trading being different. So we used to in our product, which was mobile first, but is desktop and web and API now as well. We used to have a chat function, and that was the original idea that you'd create an ecosystem that was like a mixture of WhatsApp and an execution platform. And someone would say, "Oh, I just bought Dow Jones," and someone else would go, "Oh, that's a bad idea," and it really didn't work. And it didn't work because that wasn't what built up trust, and that wasn't what persuaded anyone to actually trade. What's important is to have that content, the diversity of content and content that you can trust. So if you've got a Telegram group and someone's saying, "Oh, I'm trading in this and it's going really well and I just made $1 million," well, how do you know that's true and who is that? And whereas what we've always focused on is only displaying the actual trade history of a strategy. It with as much information as we can. You know, we're FCA regulated, so we have our consumer duty obligations. We have to be clear, we have to be transparent. We can't allow, for example, a strategy to say something like, "I can turn your $200 into 400 in a week," but actually you look at their trading patterns and they're losing money. So it's all about the statistics. It's all about that transparency. So I think if you're going to, again, add other educational tools and things like that, and AI, which is spitting out more and more things that aren't true, and people are making, bad decisions and getting sued because of the things they're saying. I think it's down to trust, it's down to reliability, it's down to integrating with a partner, not to blow our own trumpet, that takes those things seriously and cares about the end user. I think that's the really important thing.
Thank you, Ed. And for you, Manuel?
Yes, integration is the key for all, for the educational, for all business that the broker want, and the key solution of the copy trading, social trading now and for the future probably can be one of the best key to grow. Also because the clients has no time or wants already to use, and yes, also. And also the integration with not only copy trading, but with educational, with the broker, with social also, because you can do the best education of the world, but without promote you in the social network or now the social network on different channel, you cannot find the clients, people and follower to share your experience.
Can you tell us how much of your clients are using social or copy trading versus self trading?
I have not the correct data, but month by month the numbers are increasing. Yes, absolutely. And especially with the mobile platform, because before we had the copy trading only with the website, but with the mobile platform, yes, we had a big increase because it's easier. It's easier. You open the account, make the deposit, download the app, and start copy trading. Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I go back to Ed 1 second? Like, do you happen to have data on the clients that are using copy trading? How much long is their life expectancy or deposits or volume?
Yeah, I mean, it increases the lifetime value of a client by about 1.6. So
Okay.
on average, the question about brokers is like, I mean, you're not using our product, but if you were, we should be between 30 and 40% of the total flow should come from copy trading if it's integrated right. And that should have a really positive impact. Because if you think about it, it's just a multiplying effect. Everybody sees a strategy, they get on board. That strategy is successful. Everything grows from there, volume, the size of people's accounts. So it should have a very positive impact, as should what we call a viral coefficient. So who are you going to tell that it's going well? Like you're going to go, God, I downloaded this app. I've chosen this strategy, and look, I've just made this money. And you tell a friend, and we have a referral scheme in the app as well. Sorry, just spat a bit. Which allows people. Very excited about the referral scheme, which allows people to basically become an affiliate. You don't have to be an IB or an affiliate to benefit from being aware, making profit from a really good strategy. So yeah, a broker should, it's a must really, and you should do it in the right way with the content already there and the cost as low as possible.
Sorry, Ran, not to you.
I think it's a huge topic what we just discussed now, and quite interesting. I'll try to relate to a few points. I'll start with the social trading. We talked before about simplicity. Now think how easy it is for someone that is a newcomer and is so afraid from the first trade, like you discussed before. So if your first go-to is copy someone else, and if you're afraid that this is too risky, so you can copy 10 different profiles or 100, then everything is becoming, it feels more simple and more secure. Nowadays, content is also the king. So you have to provide your clients with with the relevant content, and you cannot do anything by yourself. So you cannot all of a sudden change from being a CFD broker to a news company. And at the end of the day, it also means about integrations. So like we said before, you have to choose your technology partners, you have to choose your providers. And on top of everything, I do expect that regulators will also slowly start to look at this as well. For example, things that we saw that are coming from social trading is differences between master and followers. That's classic. I'm sure that you hear about this all the time. This is also, it will slowly become also a key factor when I'm choosing my broker, when I'm choosing the social trading network that I'm using.
And also for the copy trading for now, or social trading, is not clear probably for the customers how they can use it. Because now the copy trading is okay, I found the best strategy and I copy all this strategy. And probably are the broker or us that we are not able to provide the information that they can create a portfolio of different strategy and try to share the risk in different strategy, because now is only like a small gambling, sorry, but take one strategy and all capital in this strategy. 99% probably of the customers work in this direction.
Copy a strategy times 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting. But well, 2 points. One would be if you have a copy trading platform, then it allows a slightly different approach in your marketing. So lots of the marketing and sales approaches rely on an IB and then bringing in a community of copiers or just a community of traders, and that's how you grow your volume. That's how you grow the number of copiers you have on your platform. Not copiers, sorry, clients. But if you have a good copy trading product, you can sell the product and the idea. And if it's full of very good content, and if anyone could be an IB or an affiliate, then really you're broadening the scope of marketing and sales, and potentially a little bit more sophisticated, but it works the same way. You just have a perfect tool to do that. And hopefully lots of trustworthy content or a real range of content that you can choose. Our platform has always been based on the idea that the copier should make the choices. It's not about an IB saying, this is how I want people to do things. The copier goes in, can copy in lots of different ways, and yes, maybe multiply by 4, which might not be a great idea, but it's over to them.
Okay, on that same note, of course, it's a reality that copy trading and social trading are booming. But do you see any threats to that happening, especially for you? Like, I don't know if AI will benefit or challenge this.
Yeah, I think potentially both, and I think why not do both? I mean, you could copy a strategy, as you said, to get used to the idea, and then start to have some more control yourself and place your own trades alongside that. And eventually, if you get good enough, you can become the strategy or the signal that people follow and charge performance fees and make money. So there's no reason not to. I don't think they're in competition. I think you can copy. And by the way, the signals are always looking at each other as well and trying to learn and use their techniques or get a better EA. And if AI helps them with that, great. I think it's all positive and mutually beneficial.
Anything to add, maybe, Ron?
I'm so happy that this panel is not only about AI because I find myself talking about AI all the time, and I think that AI for risk management. Let's say 5 years ago, everything was quite manual, and 5 years from now, I do expect AI to be able to take control of everything and maximize everything that you do. Today, this is not the case, and I can just sometimes we play with exporting many trades to Excel files, upload it to different AIs, and see what's the result that we are getting. So this is something that everyone can do, and I'm sure that over time it will become better and better. And I can only hope that there will still be a place for us to talk like human beings next year for sure. But let's see what happens in 5 years.
Sorry, 1 second. It's funny you said the panel is not about AI because personally I think AI is still very overrated. Like people call everything AI when it's not AI.
Yes.
And I saw like a funny post yesterday, like you better start eating healthy because right now the future doctors are passing their tests using AI. So like it's just no more AI for today. Okay, for you, Manuel.
For me, you don't need AI to do this honestly, because sometimes now you mean is AI all AI, but it's not a real AI. Is only a software network, and this is the reality. Yes, can be useful, but for now we have a good instrument to work without AI or with this level now. It can be useful for I don't know, for the copy trading, for social trading, but probably to create a different portfolio of the stocks or similar for the clients. Yes, and for the broker, return to the last answers. It can be useful to cut the cost, to improve this service, for example, that we have not. But yes, this.
Perfect. So well, the panel is almost over. Ran was right. We didn't have time for all the questions, but just let's go with the last question. Like, if you had to bet on one innovation dominating FX platforms on 2026, what would it be? Who wants to start?
Um, I'll go back to my beginning. I think that we see it. Simplicity is one thing that we said. Financial super apps and multi-asset platforms. That's it. No AI.
What do you mean by financial super apps?
The ability as a broker to offer services that are relevant to a bank account, like payment and transfers. If it's sometimes buy sell crypto, if it's trading futures or shares, anything that can be related to trading or prediction markets. We didn't discuss it today, but that's quite interesting. So everything on the same roof, we can see it in a few giants. Take a look at Kraken. They offer so many things within their own app, and sometimes we can see it with others as well. I think this as time goes by, this will become more and more common.
Perfect. Let's give it just one more minute, 30 seconds and 30 seconds, and we'll be
Okay.
done.
Insert AI if it's useful and not only because it's AI.
And for you, Ed?
I don't know what the answer is, but I think it might come from, rather than something big having a big impact, it could come from a small innovative change within the industry already, like an improvement with existing technology or a different approach to clients or compliance or what whatever it is. But I don't think it has to be this big impactful thing that changes everything. Just a small change, but a useful one.
Perfect. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending the panel. Thank you to Ran, Manuel, and Ed, and I hope to see you soon again. Thank you.